Unseen64 プレゼント
In the mid-1990s, Bioware was a favored developer of Western RPG fans thanks to cult classics such as the Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights series. At the end of the 90s, they wanted to shift their focus from the PC to the console space. They developed MDK2 for Interplay, but unfortunately, it didn't quite set the market on fire as much as they had hoped for. The first real console success for Bioware arrived in 2003 with the help of LucasArts when they released Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic for the original Xbox. But the development of a critically acclaimed Star Wars game wasn't enough for Bioware, it seemed. They pushed to create a new, successful IP of their own, something that could again go on to be popular amongst console gamers. Bioware decided to embrace a more action-oriented combat system suitable for controllers, and the result? One of the best action RPGs to be released for the original Xbox, Jade Empire, published in April of 2005. Only a few months later, Microsoft released their new Xbox 360 platform, and in November 2005, Bioware co-founder Ray Muzkya teased the existence of a sequel to Jade Empire, already in development at the time. While Jade Empire is considered a cult classic now, unfortunately it didn't sell as well as expected on the original Xbox. After a few months of concepts and early prototypes, Bioware decided that Jade Empire just wasn't popular enough for their new plans. Jade Empire 2 was chosen as a chance to develop a new action RPG series for both consoles and PC. The mythical Chinese martial arts setting of Jade Empire was dropped in favor of a more urban, near-future sci-fi setting. With the Jade Empire name removed from the project entirely, Bioware gave it a new code name, Revolver. Revolver was meant to be the greatest Western action RPG ever conceived, and Bioware started brainstorming ambitious features that could evolve the genre into a new standard. Unfortunately, it seems that they were a little overly ambitious, and while Revolver was still in its early stages of development, many of its planned features had to be cut. The game was meant to blend open-world sandbox games like Grand Theft Auto with classic action RPGs, mixing in special powers to easily move around the city as in games like Crackdown or Infamous. Think leaping across a skyline. Bioware soon found that merging such a free-roaming open-world game with a complex narrative was not without problems. One former developer recalled how flying in the game messed up their plot points. Testers were able to fly into an area without encountering characters or enemies that should have advanced the story. To allow players to enjoy a story-focused RPG in a sandbox world, the team created multiple ways to receive important quests from different people. If players would miss or kill a character with a key quest, the game system would offer the same or a slightly different quest from another NPC. This gave the player more freedom to explore the world while still following the main storyline. Bioware spent a lot of time creating concepts and prototypes to understand what the team could have done with their tech and resources. At some phase of development, they even experimented with a cell shading engine, similar to what happened with Borderlands. When Revolver was cancelled in 2009, it seemed that it was close to the end of pre-production, meaning that the core gameplay, story, and features were all set. Unfortunately, only a few images from the early prototype are currently available, but we hope that more footage of this ambitious lost game could be preserved in the future. Even if neither Jade Empire 2 nor Revolver were officially announced or cancelled, there are a series of reasons for their demise. For one, Mass Effect became a huge commercial and critical triumph. Doubts about being profitable on consoles with a new IP were fading away. Bioware also still had ties with the Star Wars franchise. In October 2008, the studio announced Star Wars: The Old Republic, an MMORPG that in the following years went on to take a lot of their resources. In October of 2007, Bioware was acquired by Electronic Arts, and the publisher had the final word on which games were okay to develop and which weren't. When the financial crisis between 2007 and 2009 hit the USA and Europe, lots of gaming companies closed down and many projects were canned. It wasn't the right time for experimental, overly ambitious games, and EA decided to cut funds from Revolver and for another original Bioware project planned for next-gen consoles, titled Agent. You can read more about Jade Empire 2, Revolver, and other cancelled games in the book Video Games You Will Never Play. Check the video description for more details. Unseen64 is an independent collective of gamers from all around the world. In their archive, they remember cancelled, beta, and unseen games. Please consider supporting Unseen64 on Patreon to help them keep the site online and to remember even more games that could be forgotten. Thanks for your support. But wait, don't stop there. If you want to check out more cancelled games by this voice that is speaking words now, go on over to my channel, ItsaDogandGame. I just recently spoke about cancelled Nintendo games of yore. There's plenty of animated shenanigans to be had. Plenty. I love you. Bye-bye.